Hey y'all, so welcome back. So because I'm such a weenie when it comes to fall colors and dip powder, I seen Revel had their fall collection releasing on their website, and I was like, oh yeah, yes, I have to have it. So I got this on their website. It was altogether like $52 and some odd change altogether. It came in the mail about 4 days later, and I decided I would go ahead and film it and get it out to you guys. So before we get started on this, I just want to let you know that I started a Facebook group. If you'd like to join me over there in the land of Facebook, I will have the link in the description. Okay guys, so I did open these to swatch these. This one is their yellow and it's called Cornstalk, and it is very, very pretty. I really wouldn't call it a mustard yellow, but it is a really pretty yellow. Next we have Gorgeous Amber. Now on the camera this kind of looks gold, but it isn't gold. It's kind of like different tones of orange, and it's really, really pretty. So this is what that one looks like. Next in line is Spiced, and they nailed this one. It is that perfect burnt orange that you see in the trees at fall. Next we have Flannel, and I really love the name of this one, and the color is really, really pretty too. It's like a dark hunter green. Next is Pomegranate, and it's more along the lines of a purplish pink type glitter. And then there's Acorn. This one is kind of a beige tan color. So I did swatch these with a gel base coat and gel top coat, so that's why the end one is a little wrinkled. You have to be really careful when you're working with gel. You got to work in really, really thin coats or it'll wrinkle on you. So for today's mani, I think I'm going to work with the Cornstalk and the orange glitter and then the burnt orange color. I think that's the ones I'm going to do, and then throw in the glitter in there somewhere. Well, not throw it, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the gel top and base coat that I'm going to work with. They're both Model 1s. And what I'm going to do is start off with my clear base acrylic. And what this is going to do is just going to protect your nail as far as the colors bleeding onto your nail, and it'll be good for removal. What I do when I remove, I just file down to that clear layer of base that I have underneath and then just go right on top of that. So that way, you know, I'm avoiding the soaking in the acetone and the drying of my skin and the nasty smell and all that good stuff. So all you need to do is you need to work with a really dry brush and just kind of scrub it down into your nail, and that way, you know, that prevents it from being thick or chunky, and it keeps it from wrinkling. For me, dipping with gel polish is a simplified version of dipping your nails, because you got two steps: the base coat and then you have the top coat, and you cure it in your LED light in between each layer, and yeah, it seems so much easier to me. So once you get your gel painted, what you're going to do, or what I did, I just kind of laid my finger down in it. And this is actually Mia Secrets Clear. I just have it in a smaller container. It's just easier to dip in. And then once you dip your fingers, you just put it in the LED light and cure it. So I cured every layer for 1 minute, just to make extra sure that it was cured. And I like using a hard brush like this one to clean my nails off better than I do a soft brush. I just feel like it gets all down into the crevices and it gets all the excess powder off. And then once you're done curing, you're ready to go in with your color or whatever you want to do. Easy tip to figure out if it's cured or not is to tap it. Okay, so this is the first layer of color. I decided, it was kind of really freehand, I guess. I really had no clue of what I was going to do until I actually got to doing it. So I ended up doing an ombre pretty much on every finger other than my middle finger. I decided on my middle finger to do just all glitter. And this brush I'm using to pour over the dip powder is kind of like a fan brush. I'm not really sure where I got this at. I just know I seen it and I said, oh yeah, I forgot I had that. So I used it to do a pour over method. Now, pour over method is really, really good for gel polish because you just have to try it and see. But you just want to make sure that you're rotating your finger around while you're pouring the powder over it. That way it gets into, the crevices and things like that along your sidewalls. And ombreing is so easy with acrylic powder. It's just, you just literally just pour it over and it just kind of blends itself. There's really nothing to it. It's kind of like the same way of ombreing with pigment powder. You just kind of rub it in. Okay guys, so I'm going to let you watch me do my first layer and then I will catch you back in a few minutes. So as far as judging the quality and things like that of this dip powder, I'm really not a good one to judge that because I've only tried, well, this is my second dip powder from my actual company. The first one I ever tried was from Sally's, and this one is my second one. Recently, I've been making my own here lately, and I really haven't bought any. So this is the first one that I bought in a long time. I've got some eye gel that is coming in the mail here shortly, so I'll be testing that out too. And I actually got the liquids too. I wanted to try the liquids and see, what they were like. But as far as this company goes, I really love the colors. Their powders seem to not be as thick or as chunky, and the colors are just really, really pretty. Alright y'all, so this is what everything looks like after 3 coats of dip with a cure of 1 minute in between each layer. There is some spots that the gel kind of seeped over on my side walls, like I'm showing you here. So what I'm going to do, I haven't clear clapped yet, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my Melody Susie hand file, and I'm just going to go around those edges that are thick or aren't smooth. Now you can file over dip powder that doesn't have a clear coat over it yet, but when you do, you just want to be sure that it's at a low speed, or if you're doing it by hand, you want to make sure that you're doing it really soft and not hard, because if you go in there too hard or you work at a higher speed, it's just gonna come right off. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm just working at a low speed, smoothing everything out. That way when I coat with my clear acrylic, it'll just be a whole lot smoother. So now that I have everything smoothed out, I'm going to go back in with my base coat, and I'm going to clear cap everything and then cure that. So now that everything is clear capped, I'm going to go back in with my base coat, and we're going to do a shiny top coat. Anytime you're working with gel polish, you want to make sure you have your base coat underneath, and then on top of that you're going to put your top coat. Of course, cure between each layer, but the base coat and the top gel kind of work hand in hand. They're best friends. They love each other. They're, you know, if you have both of them on, you're not going to have any chipping or wrinkles or anything like that. Alright, we are going to put a top coat over this, and we are going to be done. And so I'm just going to kind of speed through this, that way we can go ahead and be finished with this. And so for my cuticle oil, I'm using jojoba oil, and I got this at Target, I think for $6 for the bottle. And guys, this stuff feels so good on your skin. It helps dry skin so much, because I have bunches of it around my fingers and cuticles and stuff, and this has been a godsend, I'm telling you. Alright y'all, so we are reaching the end of this video. I hope everyone has had a fabulous day and is going to have a fabulous week. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I hope you guys had fun and wasn't bored out of your brains. If you've liked what you see, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And don't forget to join my Facebook group. The link will be in the description down below. Bye, see ya!